So I got a few articles here about Coinbase. I'm not going to read all of them. Probably just summarize each one. Coinbase IPO set for April 14th. What you need to know before investing in the crypto trading platform. So what is Coinbase? Coinbase is a crypto exchange. It's been around for a long time. I think I used it in like 2014, 2015. I used the service way back in the early days. What is Coinbase? Crypto exchange. I believe it's the biggest crypto exchange in the United States. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is. How does Coinbase make money? Well, every time you do a transaction, you got to pay a small fee, and they keep that fee. Not sure what it exactly is. I think I read somewhere it was 0.57% a transaction. Not exactly sure. If that's true, that's a little bit high. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm transacting hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, and you're keeping over 0.5% on that's a bit much. I don't think most people are doing transactions that large on Coinbase. Coinbase Pro, which is their advanced trading platform with tools and stuff, kind of like Fidelity Pro. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure what Fidelity's platform is, but and TD's Thinkorswim. You know, they have professional platforms that you can use with a lot of tools to help you become a better trader. This stuff is new. Coinbase Commerce, a software as a service product that provides payment processing for online merchants. So I guess kind of like Square. Interesting. I didn't know about that. Coinbase Card, which is a debit card that converts your crypto into dollars when you use it. That is something pretty new. I'm not sure who actually spends Bitcoin. I mean, I have before. But nowadays, most people don't spend Bitcoin. They just hold it, you know. It's not really currency. It can be, but most people just use it as a store of value and an investment. USD coin, which is just a stable coin. How much is Coinbase worth? Nobody really knows how much Coinbase is worth. Everyone is trying their best to put a valuation on it. But the truth is nobody knows. And we're not going to know until tomorrow when it goes public. Nobody knows what it should be worth, what the stock price should be worth. And nobody knows how much the company is actually worth. Now, this article is saying as high as 77 billion. And but I think a few other articles and a few other sources say it's north of 100 billion. When its profitability is combined with its massive 43 million strong user base, it isn't surprising that its major investors believe Coinbase's IPO could top the $100 billion mark. A lot of people think this is worth over $100 billion. Nobody really knows how to evaluate it, fundamentally. I mean, people believe in it, but when it comes to actual numbers and what it's worth, nobody really knows. So that's what is unique about this situation. It's kind of a gamble. This could be pretty risky, but it could pay off a lot. And I'm not getting in this at first. I'm going to sit on the sidelines and just observe for a little bit, and then I'll decide what to do. Coinbase IPO isn't an IPO. Here's why that's important. So what this article says pretty much is that the media is advertising Coinbase, this event that's going to happen tomorrow, as Coinbase's IPO, but it's really not an IPO. The media is just using that terminology because it's easier to understand. But it's not an IPO. An IPO is an initial public offering. What Coinbase is doing tomorrow is a direct share offering. And this article is going to point out the key differences. And honestly, I don't think anyone cares as long as they can get their shares. But this is good information, good knowledge to have. So let's quickly go over this. IPO shares get allocated at a pre-established price. Direct listing shares do not. The bankers, the investment bankers, the hedge funds, or whoever is helping the IPO company launch their stock, usually they do their own analysis and they set their own price depending on their research. That's not going to happen here. This is a direct listing. So what happens is when this officially goes public, everyone can put in their bids. The computer algorithm will determine the market price. That's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people don't know what to expect. The price really could be anything. Be $10, $20, $100, who knows? Very exciting. Let's see tomorrow. IPOs raise new capital. Direct listings do not. Not that Coinbase needs capital. They got a lot of money already. In theory, IPOs are less volatile. Expect big volatility tomorrow, especially, in the first day of trading or even the first few days of trading. I expect this to be extremely volatile, which, the apes love anyway, so right in your wheelhouse. IPOs are cumbersome, involving expensive roadshow tours to present the company to institutional investors and higher investment banking fees. Yeah, more and more nowadays, people are going away from the IPO and doing more of this stuff, direct share offerings and SPACs, because, like this article is pointing out, IPOs there's a lot of roadblocks and paperwork and legal stuff you have to go through to get your company listed as an IPO, whereas direct listing or a SPAC, boom, much easier. So we're starting to see more companies go those routes instead of IPOs nowadays. Anyway, it's a little off topic. But yeah, so this is a good article telling you the difference between an IPO and a direct share offering. Not that I think anyone cares. They just want to have their Coinbase shares at the end, right? But good information to know. Now, one side note, and the CEO of Coinbase has said this, okay? He has said that the stock price of Coinbase will trade similarly to Bitcoin. Like the price is kind of going to be pegged. In other words, Coinbase is going to be kind of like, or it may be, another crypto exposure stock, such as Marathon and Riot. And we see the way those stock prices move are based on how the overall crypto market moves. And the CEO has came on record and has stated that Coinbase is going to be no different. If the general crypto market does well, Coinbase stock will do well. If the general crypto market is not doing well, the Coinbase stock will not do well. So just a side note and good piece of information to know. So this article goes over some actual numbers about Coinbase. So we're starting to get into some fundamental analysis here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll just list them quickly. So number one, $322 million. This is the profit Coinbase generated in 2020. Impressive. Number two, $1.28 billion. This is how much total revenue Coinbase made in 2020. Number three, $1.09 billion. This is total transaction fee revenue. 1.28 billion is how much revenue they made in total, and of that 1.28 billion, 1.09 billion came from fees, which is the majority of their revenues. Number four, 43 million. This is how many verified users Coinbase could boast in 2020. We saw that in the other article. So right now they have 23 million users and growing. 11.1%. The share of the crypto market that Coinbase controls. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know how accurate this one is, number 5. That just seems a little bit much to me, but I might be wrong. I can't confirm or deny this, but this number seems a little bit off to me, so be wary of that. 70%. The amount of assets in the form of Bitcoin on Coinbase's platform. So, out of all cryptos, 70% is held in Bitcoin. $119 billion. This number represents the amount of institutional trading volume that took place on Coinbase in 2020. Retail did $73 billion on Coinbase. So, we see institutions starting to pour a lot of money into cryptocurrency, and even more so than retail does now, which is a big change from just a couple years ago. Not many institutions were putting their money in this, and it was pretty much all retail trading. And now we see both, but it's a flip-flop where institutions are putting in more money. Number 8, $1.04 billion. Total amount of transaction revenue that came from retail investors in 2020. That's a little sketchy, huh? So most of their trading came from institutions, but 95% of their transaction revenue came from retail investors. So that means institutions aren't paying the same fees that we're paying. The hell is this? That's a bit alarming. That is a bit alarming. I'm not gonna lie. What do you guys think about that? Comment below. What do you think about institutions not having to pay Coinbase not nearly the same amount of fees that we would have to pay them? $868.5 million. Coinbase's total operating expenses in 2020. Good numbers to know. I'm not sure how accurate they are, so take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, this article, some pretty good statistics and fundamentals about the company. Despite record Q1 results, Coinbase's valuation remains ridiculous. If you guys want, you can go check this article out on Forbes. But basically, this guy, I believe he's, I don't know if he's an analyst, but he's done his own due diligence about what he thinks Coinbase should be worth. And this $100 billion number that everyone's throwing around, he says it's total BS. Don't believe it. Summary, bottom line, this guy does not think Coinbase is worth $100 billion. He personally puts it at $19 billion, which is 1/5 what most people are saying. So that is a big difference. You know, I kind of believe this guy, to be honest. $100 billion is kind of a ridiculous number. And it seems like they just kind of pulled it out their rear ends, you know, and was like, here, $100 billion, please invest. I'd really like to see how they came up with that number. This guy is saying he disagrees with the valuation and he does his own due diligence. And it seems like a pretty detailed due diligence. Bottom line, he says, not worth $100 billion, it's only worth $19 billion. So, you apes, take this information and do what you will with it. You apes, you already know, diamond hands to the moon. Not financial advice. Thank you everyone for watching today. I appreciate you tuning in. Please like the video. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe. And if you like my content and want to support my channel, check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.